Yeah. Okay. So here we are. We're going to do another lingcod fly. Which one of these flies is better than the other? And you should ask. Well, they're all great, but in my experience, some will be better than others on any given day. And I can't predict which it's going to be in advance. And I think the reason that I think size is the biggest factor, because I think there are some days when the lingcod are keyed in on larger critters. I think there's some days when they're keyed in on smaller critters. And I think that's the reason behind the differences. Do I want one more feather in there? I'm not at all sure I do, but let's put one more in there anyway. That's 2 marabou feathers. What color is this? I have no idea. Looks like a peach to me. I hand-picked this color, and I was thinking about a little octopus swimming around and a lingcod eating it. So that's what I got here. And I'm going to put a little bit of orange. No, I'm not. I was going to use orange crystal flash. Instead, I'm going to put a pinch of this Ripple Ice fiber. Put a little bit on both sides. And how might I do that? I wind it on that side first, and then I pull it over the other side. Wind it down over there. In the meantime, it's wrapped around my eyes and everything else, but that's fine. It's kind of messy. If you think it's messy now, wait till you see it after the lingcod have been chewing on it. My goodness. This is Chocolate's body wrap. It's kind of like a big, it's similar to Estaz, but it's different. It's different in that, I don't know if you can see this, but it just kind of comes off, almost looks like a real nasty hackle. So it'll tend to wind flat, and you don't want to wind it flat, so you have to roll up the fibers each time you go around. And that's not that hard to do. Get it nice and full in there. I'm going to tie it off. Now I'm going to finish this fly with a brush. I don't know what kind of brush am I going to use. I'm thinking about this craft fur brush, but I think I'm going to get a different brush. So I usually tie this fly with a craft fur brush, and I know that works. This is like a brown and tan. I'm looking for something that's a little bit thicker, a little bit more full. So I think I'm going to grab a Sommerlatz. This is a Sommerlatz brush. And it's kind of a lightish, brownish, olivish, grayish color. Color's not critical. What I'm looking for here is something that's going to add a little bit of bulk without adding a lot of drag on the fly, because the more drag there is on this fly, the slower it will sink, the more it will resist sinking. Now, why do I put this brush on the front at all? That's a very legitimate question, because it looks nice and it has some wiggle to it. And because I've done it before and caught lingcod on the fly. Now, if I suppose I could not put a brush on the front here, but how much fun would that be, you know? Besides, it's important as craftspersons that we create a fly that is pleasing to the eye. I think we also have an obligation to the fly fishing, military, industrial complex to buy stuff. Because how much fun would it be, you know, how would we be supporting our local fly shops if you just put a ball of string, maybe you found a bunch of rubber bands in the produce department at Safeway. You wrapped a bunch of rubber bands around a hook. How much fun would that be? Might catch a lingcod, but would you want to get one of your nice fly boxes and fill it full of hooks covered with rubber bands? I don't think I wouldn't. Although I might try it someday just to see if it works. Okay, there's my fly. Lingcod are going to eat this. They're going to chew it up. But it's not going to get tangled. It may get a little bit sparser. But it's a great lingcod fly. I've had success with it before. Now, how big is that compared to this other? See? It's a little bit, it's roughly half the size. This is more of a bait fish. This is something else. Not a bait fish. Have fun out there. Hope you catch some lingcod.